Hello rail fans, East Coast Rail Ventures here, bringing you with another voiceover video thingy. In this video, I will explain to you why, in my personal opinion, this half-abandoned looking train station on NJT's main line is one of the coolest stations on the entire NJT Hoboken Division. I will be explaining its history and design, and overall why I like it. Let's get started. To start off, the station that I'm mentioning here does not get very much ridership compared to a lot of other mainline stations besides Mahwah, which is the least used. And it looks like it came out of a Fallout game. The station I'm talking about here is Kingsland Station, located in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Kingsland Station is a railroad station on New Jersey Transit's main line, as I just said. It is located under Ridge Road, which is Route 17 between New York and Valley Brook Avenues in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, and is one of two stations in Lyndhurst, the other station being, well, Lyndhurst. The station is not staffed, and passengers use ticket vending machines, or TVMs, located at street level to purchase tickets. The station is not handicapped accessible, unfortunately. Originally part of the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad's Boonton branch, the current Kingsland station was built in 1918. Speaking of that, let's go over the history, which is primarily the reason why I love this particular station. The Boonton branch of the DL&W Railroad, or Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western, was first constructed as a freight bypass of the M&E, or Morrison-Essex Railroad, in 1868. This was constructed due to the lack of freight along its passenger lines and stretched from the Denville station to Hoboken Terminal via Boonton and Patterson. The line had shops in Kingsland built in 1868 for the purpose of repairing, restoring, and re-erecting train cars and locomotives for the line. In 1875, shop equipment from Hoboken was moved over to Kingsland. However, just 7 years later, in 1882, the machine shop, which is also the main building of the shops, caught fire and was completely destroyed. Despite the fire, the structure was immediately rebuilt for use. During this time, the DL&W Railroad used a small house as a station depot. When the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western expanded the Kingsland shops in 1903, a new station depot was constructed of brick along with a cut-and-cover tunnel. The tunnel itself cost $71,500 in 1903, which is practically worth around $2.5 million today, and permitted the local street, Schuyler Avenue, to cross over the rail line. The new station depot was built on Ridge Road over the tracks, with platforms crossing over the new bridge. The design of the station depot, located above the tracks, was later replicated by the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western's Montclair branch for its Wassesing Avenue station in Bloomfield, New Jersey. In 1917, the DL&W was bought before the NJ Board of Public Utility Commissions due to an accident on November 28, 1916 at Kingsland Station. Passenger train number 582, a special train for employees of the Canadian Car Company, had near stopped at Kingsland Station. The train never left at any defined time, although averaged around 6:30 in the evening. However, around 6:30 in the evening, train number 479 came in 12 minutes late at a high speed, and as a result could not slow down fast enough to avoid hitting passengers. At the time, the station had no intertrack fencing to prevent crossing of both Boonton branch tracks, because of this, people could board trains from either platform. That day, the engineer of train number 479 was unable to see the platform or the special train due to the lack of signals, had no information until the train left the west portal of Kingsland Tunnel. However, signals were set for the westbound trains if problems were to occur. After the accident, the board requested the Lackawanna to install a westbound signal to prevent further accidents, while the Canadian Car Company moved its boarding to the company's rail siding. After several years of sharing railroad facilities, The Erie Railroad and the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western merged on October 17, 1960, replaced by the Erie-Lackawanna Railway. Since 1949, the Erie Railroad had been dealing with the city of Passaic, New Jersey, about its double-track main line through the city via Rutherford. Due to high cost of removing the main line with no backup service, it was unable to progress forward, and as a result, the Erie built some new stations to replace old wooden ones in 1952. With the railroad merger in 1960, the Erie-Lackawanna had the Boonton branch that also served Passaic, and on August 23, 1960, with pressure from the New Jersey Department of Transportation, or NJ for short, to go ahead with it, a deal was struck between the city of Passaic and the railroad. A new connection was to be made via Erie's old Newark branch to connect to the Boonton branch to the old Erie Main at South Patterson. The old Erie Main line through Passaic was abandoned at a ceremony April 2, 1963, when service was terminated. Trains were rerouted via a new quote-unquote main line using the Boonton branch from Kingsland to Athenia. The remainder of the Boonton branch was steadily decommissioned through 1963 as the New Jersey Department of Transportation requested the Boonton branch's alignment through Patterson as a part of Interstate 80 and New Jersey Route 21 through Passaic near B.E. Drawbridge and the Passaic Park Station. This was turned over to the Department of Transportation on October 27, 1963, after a connection was constructed at Mountain View to the Erie's former New York and Greenwood Lake Railroad. The stretch from Patterson Junction to Totowa, including the Patterson High Bridge built in 1902, was abandoned and soon dismantled. However, despite the changes, the Erie-Lackawanna continued to lose strength, and in 1975 agreed to become a part of Conrail or Consolidated Rail Corporation, effective on April 1st, 1976. In January of 1983, Conrail handed over commuter rail operations to New Jersey Transit Rail operations. On September 20, 2002, as part of the Montclair connection merging the Montclair branch and the Boonton line, the Arlington station in Kearney was closed, resulting in the lack of a station in Kearney. As a result, a rail shuttle bus was created by the town of Kearney to bus passengers from Arlington Station to north of Kingsland, paralleling New Jersey Transit's bus route number 76, giving rail passenger service to New York Penn Station and Hoboken Terminal. Shuttle buses were aligned at the time between 5:02 a.m., 6:03 p.m., and 7:08 p.m. Services were adjusted for the timetable services on September 30th, 2002. On June 22, 2010, the town of Lyndhurst put forward a proposal to buy the station depots at both Kingsland and Lyndhurst stations. The mayor of Lyndhurst, Richard DeLacio, said that the stations might have seen better days, and New Jersey Transit has really no interest in renovating both buildings. Design plans for the Kingsland station look towards a new coffee shop after repairing and renovating the building. The station would also be converted from its old subway tile to a newer retro look for the building, paid for by leasing the building. Because an average of only 440 to over 1,000 people use the Kingsland station on a daily basis, it would look better for the town of Lyndhurst to make a good impression on the new riders. As of 2012, the station house is unoccupied. The town of Lyndhurst has requested that New Jersey Transit lease the building to the municipality so that it might be renovated and bought into use as a way to revitalize the immediate vicinity. In 2021, it was revealed that once the new Lyndhurst station was complete, Kingsland Station would be abandoned and torn down. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kingsland Station has some incredible history behind its design, but unfortunately, as you just heard, it was said to be cut down and or abandoned once the new Lyndhurst station was complete. Since Lyndhurst might not be complete, I think I have to visit. I suggest making your way to Kingsland Station sometime before the decade ends so you could see what once will be Lyndhurst's second station. I hope you enjoyed this explanation video. Special thanks to all the users who provide clips for this video. Remember to subscribe for more adventures coming to you soon. Thanks again for watching.